Let's do a smirk or smile. Break it up here. Let's just say let's
You
go.
got one loaded, ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sure. I got it's a
So
smirk, like an old person smirk.
old person smirk. Smirk. Add an old
And
person, or like you feel like an old
oh,
person when you.
I'm the old person.
Okay, give it a go.
So about 8 years ago, however the hell old I was back then in my 20s,
Hmm.
um, hanging out with this guy on the river. He's got a cool boat. It's like a river boat right in the Delaware River. I figured this is hick stuff I can't handle. I did it. It was pretty awesome. You're chilling on the boat. He's got a wakeboard. Everyone's doing it. They got life jacket vests. I've never done anything like this before. He says, "Try it." So I try. I can't get up because like when the boat takes off, you're supposed to just like hold on and put your
Mm-hmm.
feet out, and all this water comes rushing at you, and I don't know what the hell to do. So I just wing it, and eventually you lose grip because you can't hold on when the boat
Huh.
goes fast enough.
Are you supposed to
So
like?
we're like,
I've never done it before, but I would assume you have to
okay,
like tilt the board straight up. Maybe.
that's what I think, and I think you get that far, and then at one point you're supposed to press the water down with
Hmm.
your board kind of while you're straightening your body. It's one of those things where you can describe ice skating or whatever, but you have to do it.
You
You just
just
do it.
push your feet to the side and skate
Right,
really
but you
fast.
also there's angles and weight shifts and stuff. You can't
Yeah.
even explain. You just naturally do it.
It's like they try to tell you
So
to stop when you're like you gotta turn sideways and then like try to touch your butt to
right,
the
but
ice, and it's like that doesn't.
right, that's not how I do it. Right, you put it a different way in your head. Anyway, second time around, I did it, and I got up on the board, and I was like, I was just hanging on for dear life, like smiling at people, waving, just hoping I didn't trip, and eventually you just trip and you go down. Well, my other brother-in-law, we'll call him Jim. Uh, he was out, and we were out in like the Chesapeake Bay, I don't freaking know, off Delaware, one of the bays off Delaware.
Hmm.
Fill me in later. And he goes, "Yo, who wants to wakeboard?" And I was like, "I wakeboarded before." This was like 8 years later. The one time I wakeboarded, so we tried, and first time I couldn't get up, and everybody's on the boat, and I'm like, "Oh, that hurt! Like it really hurt my shoulder and everything." And I was like, "Just do it again, do it again, do it again." So I'm doing it, and I'm holding on, and I decided I wasn't going to let go. Like that was my thing, even if it just dragged me in a weird way. Well, that's
Yeah.
also impossible. I
Uh-huh.
think just at 20 some mile an hour, you just your body lets go.
Yep.
So I can't do it. We tried 3, 4 times. Now everyone in the boat like feels bad for me,
And
and
you
I'm
get
like,
that sullen look on all their
yeah, yeah,
faces.
yeah, right. But they don't want
They're
to
so
put me
positive.
down.
Yeah, they're so
No, they're like
positive.
this. They're like, you can do it. Let's
Yeah.
just do it one more time. And I'm like, I don't want to do it one more time. But everybody's being so nice, you have to. So we did it like a fifth time or a sixth time, and I'm just trying. But at this point, I have no grip in my arms. I'm like this, and as soon as they take off, I'm like, oh no, I can't do it. So eventually, like the shame of failure kicks in, and you go over, and everyone's still having a good time and everything. And I was like, this sucks. It's 5 days later now. I still have no grip strength because I like
uh,
tore these things. But it was funny. I knew I messed up because I'm on the boat and I wanted to like Snapchat or like text someone or do something cool that I always do on my phone. And I was like,
yep.
I can't move.
Has that happened to you
And like
before?
I really hurt the first time I did it 7 or 8 years ago, and it lasted for like 2 or 3 days. But I feel like this is worse, and I'm 8 years older, and I didn't even get up, so I didn't have that feeling of victory to buoy me.
Uh,
So now I'm just like my lower back sore because it's like one of those activities. Like if you snowboard for
hmm.
the first time in like 8 years, like all of a sudden your abs hurt, your back hurts, your leg hurts.
All the weird muscles you never used.
Right, right, right. So that's I got olded up real quick, and I can't play bass. I can't. If a girl from the Unpanders wanted me to give her the old hand business, I couldn't give her a finger. I couldn't whatever. I can't it sucks. I can't do anything. Like
Huh.
nothing.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
No, it really sucks.
I was gonna bring up snowboarding because the
Oh,
first
word.
time I tried, I fell repeatedly backwards, landing on my wrists. And
Oh, you did really? You were backfalling? What?
yeah, well, I knew how to not fall forward, so I did
Okay.
backwards the whole
I was
time.
falling forward a lot because I was trying to hunch over to stay up.
Hmm.
Did your abs and stuff hurt?
No, no, it's just that my hands did the
Did
same
you?
thing that your hands did. That like you
Your
get this like
wrists?
weird pain like right like
Uh,
it's got to be in the wrist.
mhm.
Like that's got to be all the nerves get like kind of tense and puffed up. The same thing happens when you box. If you box without wrapping your
Really?
hands and you do it too much, yeah, and then you can't Like you
Like they're
can't move
dead.
these fingers
Go.
first, like the outer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, these are the ones that I have the most trouble with right now.
Yeah.
Weird. Interesting. Hmm.
I don't know the physiological thing behind it, but it's probably like the nerves are most sensitive or something.